Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Just did the old intro. How are we all? I hope you're all well. Oh, it's coming back to me. I was taking a little deep dive the other day through some of my old YouTube videos and I was like, you know what? I want to recreate that one. It has been a long time. I did like a what makeup really looks like on my face video, and you know, things have changed since then. I think I did it like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm older, I'm now 33, I think. There are different products that I'm using, and ultimately it's just basically like a little bit of an old school get ready with me, but with like skin texture. Oh, some nice little congested pores, redness around my nose. I have no lights on me at all. I'm literally just sat in a window. So this is a very honest, true, real depiction of what makeup looks like on my skin, and hopefully you'll watch this and be like, yeah, me too. Let's see some real skin. No filters, none of that jazz. I'm gonna zoom you in, I'm gonna share with you some of my favorites. I've kind of gone through the archives. I'll say there's some new, there's a few old, there's a bit of blush, there's a great lip combination that I'm loving. I've dug out my Makeup by Mario palette, the Master Mattes palette. I was just like, I kind of just want to sit down and play. So that is what we're going to do today, and this video is actually in partnership with Missoma, which is so exciting because for the first time ever, they're doing 30% off. 30% off for Black Friday. They've never done it before. It's the only time they'll do it in the year where it's 30% off site-wide. So I thought, actually, a good little video to do because you're gonna see some earrings close up, my necklace close up, my bracelets. So before we get started with the makeup, let's chat about that. It's 30% off site-wide. It's as simple as that. I will obviously link up all of my Missoma favorites in the description box down below for you, along with the pieces that I'm wearing today. Actually, there's some new pieces today, and I'm in love with this combination. So the earrings are the gold small tidal hoops. You're obviously gonna see these close up later on, and probably the psoriasis on my ear. I really like the size of these, not too big, not too small. The twist in them gives them a bit of like zhuzh, but they're also for me like small and dainty enough to be an everyday piece. But I think my favorite thing is this. I've been looking for a pendant. I wanted a pendant, but I didn't want anything that was too like costumey or like large or dangly. And this is actually perfect. Look at that. So it's actually from the collaboration that Missoma have with Savvy, and I think it's called the Sculptural Droplet Pendant Necklace. I really like the length of it as well. I have it on the longest setting right now. I feel like a lot of pendant necklaces are quite long and like between the boobs, which just isn't for me. I just love the length of this. It's perfect with a V-neck cardigan. But yeah, I feel like it's just subtle, a little subtle nod. And I love the combination of these together. So we'll definitely link up these two down below, but I have 2 pairs of earrings as well that I'm sure you've seen me wear before. These hoops are again from their Savvy collaboration. I actually wore these to the TV BAFTAs, and these are more of like a POW statement piece for me, but they've got the tiger's eye gems on them. They're more a fun hoop for me, but I feel like they're fun but neutral, therefore they're a good fit for me, you know? So these are good if you want a more festive party piece. And then we've got these. These are more of a dangly earring. How am I using the word dangly twice already? I'm not really a dangly earring kind of person, but sometimes, you know, you're wearing a certain piece from your wardrobe and it just requires a like hair back or like low bun situation with a dangly earring, and maybe like no necklace or just very like a simple chain necklace. I just think these are really cool, and I found myself wearing them in those exact moments, basically, when I just need my earrings to be more of like a piece just to jazz things up. I'm gonna go back to the tidal hoops because I feel like they're just perfect with everything else that I'm wearing. So all of these things that I've shown you are 30% off currently in the Missoma Black Friday sale. Of course, you've always got the Lucy Williams pieces. Her collections with Missoma like really have all the classics, the snake chain, the curb chain, fab. Love both of those in the bracelet and also the necklace as well. There's just some really great pieces, whether you're looking for every day or you want something that's a little bit more jazzy for the evenings. So like I mentioned, everything will be linked down below for you. And for the 3rd year running, Missoma have partnered with Tree Sisters. So for every purchase, there will be a tree planted. Brilliant. And there's more. Missoma is coming to London. There is a pop-up in Covent Garden. All of the details that you need to know will be in the description box down below. But that is very exciting. Missoma have never done that before. It's never been available to shop in real life in a pop-up. So join the queue. Anyway, thank you so much to Missoma for partnering with me on this video. I always think their Black Friday deal is so cracking, and it's just even better this year. Now let's put some makeup on my face. Okay, here is the before. I feel like the forehead probably looks a little bit different to 2 years ago. But overall, I'm pretty chuffed with my skin. Love skincare routine me. I've got a bit of redness around my nose, got a little bit of congestion there, but it's all good. I did remove my moustache for the video. And quick warning that when I apply my base, it's gonna look very yellow because my neck to face situation right now. It's interesting. I'm gonna use this. This is from Summer Fridays and it's the Sheer Skin Tint, and I'm gonna apply it with a buffer brush. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I can't remember what shade I am in it because Ralph has eaten the label. I think it's 2. I think it's 2. I really like this base. However, it comes with a bit of a caveat. It is so glowy, like so glowy. And for me to say that, you know it's really glowy. I like to do a final push into the skin with my fingers. But I always put it on and I think, oh yeah, it looks glowy, it looks good. And then I'll watch back a video where I've worn it and I haven't powdered because you lot know I'm not really a powder kind of person. But then I regret it. I'm like, oh no, no, this needed powder. Sheer Skin Tints have come a long way since like Glossier Skin Tint, because Glossier Skin Tint literally is a moisturizer basically. I feel like we've shifted things a little bit, because although this says Sheer Skin Tint, for me this is almost like a light coverage foundation, like a little bit more than the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, you know what I mean? But I ain't complaining because I really like this base. Actually, I feel like I could have gone a bit darker with my base. I might just go a bit wild with my bronzer later on. But here is what my skin looks like after the Summer Fridays. So I feel like it has evened everything out. But if you see this shine around this section, even for me, I do feel like this needs a little bit of powdering, Okay, in with concealer, this is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. Is that it? Revealer Concealer? It's been a while since I've used this. It's in the shade 3. I thought I'd pick this out because I've really been enjoying the Ilia Serum Concealer, but I think I've very recently used that in a video. So I thought it'd be good to use something that was slightly similar to that. I'm just really appreciating like a doe foot liquidy concealer that still has a lot of like juice and dewiness to it, but actually evens things out. And I feel like this is exactly that as well. Maybe we'll go in with a beauty blender. I definitely need some brightening under the eyes. Oh yeah, oh the eyes are red. Oh, can you tell? I think I got 4 hours of sleep last night. Oh, it was a fun one. So that is it blended in. Now I need to do this side. I still feel like there's some residual redness around the nose. I think I almost over blended there a little bit. So I'm just gonna add a teeny tiny amount, maybe press it in with my finger. I don't know about you, but I always have like a little bit of texture and dryness around my nose, and I'm cool with it. That's just nostrils for you, you know? That's what my skin's looking like so far with just these 2 products. I really like them both. However, like I mentioned, I do feel like there's a little bit of setting that needs to happen, and I've really been enjoying this from Armani. This is the Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder. This is in the shade 4. And I'm gonna take a Katie Jane Hughes and Spectrum 03 brush, dab it in there, and sort of set in that area that I mentioned. It's just that sort of triangle under the eye, and actually a little bit on the forehead as well. Definitely where I'm getting more lines on my forehead, I appreciate a little bit more setting. Like, I don't want it to look dry up there, but I appreciate a little bit more dulling down. Like I don't need shininess on my forehead to act as an attraction, you know what I mean? So that is one side set, and that is the side that isn't set. So I feel like you can see it in this section here. Just gonna do the other side. I went to an Armani event where the makeup artist was using this, and then everyone else in the audience was like, oh my gosh, yes, I love that powder. And I've used this powder before and I liked it, but I think I need to get a few more shades, or at least like head to an Armani counter to check out some of the other shades, because people were saying like, oh, I use it for contouring, I use it as a bronzer, I use it all over. And I thought, oh, there is just more that you can do with this powder. Also that the model she did the makeup on just looked like absolutely outstanding. Of course, she was a model, but it really made me want to use it more. Okay, so things are set down a little bit more. A quick little zoom in just so you can see what that looks like super close up. Ooh, I wonder if my grey hairs come out on camera. Only in the sideburn. Got a few on this side, a few on this side. Also, postpartum hair loss update. Like, look at those, they're coming back. This one is actually curled under my ear. So I have it just goes, whoa. But still, it's very exciting. Underneath as well, it's coming back. Now we need to add some structure into my face. So I've got the Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. I have the shade Light Medium. Can you tell you had a little play in that and just had a wonderful time smearing it all over the bed sheets? And I've got a Beauty Pie Pro Color Angled Cheek Brush. How I normally apply this is I just dab that in and then I take it sort of in between where I would apply bronzer and contour and basically just go in. It's got a slight balminess to it, so I personally wouldn't use a highlighter and this as well. I feel like this kind of does the job of basically all cheek products aside from blush. Taking it under the chin as well, and then just going in again and kind of building up till I get to a place where I'm like, yeah, that's what I want my cheek to look like. So this is the side where I've used it, and this is the side that still needs application. Just feel like it does everything. I call it my one-stop shop for cheeks because, I mean, it's what it is. And if you ever feel like it gets a bit too heavy, you can basically just blend it back in. Just adding a little bit more product. This brush is really, really good for it actually. This Beauty Pie brush, I really, really like this for creamy cheek products. It's kind of the perfect shape. It's a nice density as well. Okay, that is Complexion Cheeks. Almost done because actually I'm gonna add a blush. This is from Merit and this is their Beverly Hills Flush Balm Cheek Color. Looks a little something like this. I'm gonna apply this like I apply the Ilia one. Oh my gosh, the Ilia one in Whisper is so lovely. Actually, this is really, really similar in tone. It's maybe a little bit more pinky and a little less corally, but I really like this on the cheeks and then also just smeared, what a word, into the lips as well. But I'm gonna do what I did last time and basically apply it to the tops of the cheeks. Look at me with blusher on. And then blending that in with my fingers. And then whenever I feel I brought things in a little bit too close, I'll just pounce my beauty blender over the top. And there you go. Complexion is done. I never worry about putting creams over the Armani powder either. Like, I've sort of applied them to different places in my face anyway, and also this Armani powder is just so finely milled. It's so like non-powdery. I don't ever feel like my skin looks like cakey or like it's got too much makeup on. This is what it looks like after I've got everything on the face. I might actually just do a little reset around the eyes with any powder that is left on the brush. Ooh, my eye color matches the Katie Jane Hughes brushes. That's kind of cool. Okay, for brows, I'm still experimenting with this, the Anastasia Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. I know there is a little tool that comes with it. I have previously owned it, that you kind of scoop out product and then put it on your face, but I've just been taking a clean finger and smearing the product through my eyebrows, which is definitely not what you're supposed to do, but I feel like it kind of works for me. And then I've got a double-sided brow lash brush, and I'm just gonna go in and set them where I want. I think with this product, you're supposed to do this first before you put anything on your face, but I'm not too bothered. I'm not trying to do like actual brow lamination. I'm just trying to set my brows in place. I still think I prefer the Patrick Tar. I know you have to be really careful with it because if you start messing with it, it'll like gloop up and come out like cling film, caught in your eyebrows and make a bit of a mess. But I just think it holds them down the best. I feel like the Anastasia stays a little bit like waxy. It stays a bit liquidy, and sometimes, you know, when you like put on a jumper or take off a jumper or something like that, or touch your face or your eyebrows, you wipe your head and then I'm like, oh, I can tell my eyebrows looking like okay, they're gonna do. I need to go see Claire. We've got a little situation going on here. Let's have a talk about my eyelashes, because I recently went and got a lash lift and tint done, and I feel like it has changed my life. Like, it was so good. I said to the guy who did it afterwards, I was like, you're amazing at these. Like, I don't think my eyelashes have ever looked like this naturally. I haven't touched them. I haven't got any mascara on right now. I haven't curled them with an eyelash curler. I feel like this side took a little bit more than this side, but ultimately, like, our eyes aren't fully symmetrical. And I feel like in bed, maybe I rest my head more on this side. I don't know, but I just think she did an outstanding job. And it's one of those things that's making getting ready just so quick and easy. So if, like me, your eyelashes go straight out like an elephant's, that's me. It's good, it means I never get anything in my eye. But I love a real C curl in those eyelashes like my sister has. Oh, My sister's eyelashes literally curl back on themselves. They're amazing, they're outstanding. So basically just saying, if you fancy getting a lash lift, like go get one because they can be really, really awesome. But before I do put a little bit of mascara on, I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadow. What one should we use from here? I feel like this one is singing to me, or this one, or this one. I'm not sure I've used that one before. Back in the day, I always used to prime my eyes, always, like every single day. I'd use the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base, but now I just don't. I feel like it's an additional step. I want to get ready really, really quickly in the morning. And I don't actually mind if there's some creasing. If there is, it's cool. I just go in, I take a brush or I take my finger and just re-smush. But I just dip my brush into that palette once and I'm just gonna kind of see where it takes me. I feel like that probably is enough actually. I'm trying to do that, like winging out the color slightly at the corner of my eyes, making the most of my lid space like the Armani lady said. I'm just gonna do the same on the other side. See how quick and easy that was? Oh, I'm just so here for like quick and easy eyeshadow looks. I feel like when I look straight ahead, this eye is larger than this eye. So I'm gonna try and actually add a little bit more to that area of my lid and maybe try and even things out a bit. Oh yeah. I really like this color. I think I normally go for this one, but actually I think this one suits my current complexion a little bit better. So super happy with that. The Master Mattes palette, if you like a warm neutral like me, is a good shout. Now let's go in there with some mascara. I'm just gonna layer up the Armani Eyes to Kill Wet Waterproof Mascara as much as I can. Thing is when you got a lash lift, you feel like you could use any mascara and you'll be like, yeah, this looks good. But I do like the Armani because it's very separating. That's the look I want today. Okay, lashes are done. Let's do lips. I found a combination I really love recently. I'm just gonna prime my lips with a bit of lip balm because the lipstick I like is really, really matte. So I like to just smush a bit of lip balm in first and then take off the excess. And then for lip liner, I've really been enjoying this. It's the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil in Completely Sepia. And I'm just gonna overline my lips very slightly. Ooh, that's a look. I basically go like one width of the pencil wider than my lips, if that makes any sense. So instead of going like actually on the lip line, I take it like the width of the pencil over the lip line, just so it's not really, really overlined. It's just subtly overlined, you know? Then I take my finger and smush that in, just to soften up that line. I never thought I'd be a lip liner person. I never thought lip liner would be something that like, if I'm putting makeup on in the morning, then I'm probably wearing lip liner. Like, who am I? But then there was a time, like some of you might remember this time, and if you do, you really are the true OGs, when I didn't wear eyeshadow. And if I did, I only wore MAC All That Glitters. Never forget. Sometimes I will wear my lips literally like that for the day. I just kind of put the lip liner all over my lips and then smush it in. But I'm really enjoying this. This is from NARS and it's their Power Matte lipstick in Sweet Disposition. It's really, really similar to my natural lip color, but like obviously more pinky. And I've been seeing these lipsticks everywhere. And when I saw them, I was like, oh, they're gorgeous. They look really, really gorgeous. People raving about them, raving about the formula. But I thought, oh, they're all like reds or kind of like bricks, like not really, there's not really a color for me in the lineup, but there is a color for me. It's this, and it's just, it goes on the lips really slippy in a way, really slippy, so easy to apply. And then I lightly press it in as it dries. It basically dries over the next 30 seconds and turns matte. But where I've primed with lip balm, it just gives a little bit more moisture to my lips. And where I've applied that lip liner, I feel like it just gives a little bit more definition in the eye area. I'm gonna come close one final time so you can really see what is going on here. I mean, it's the everyday look. It is the everyday look. But this is what it looks like on my skin, no filter, in natural daylight, very zoomed in. And zoomed back out. There you go. That's what you're a bit more used to, but hopefully you enjoyed this little get ready with me makeup routine, super close up, seeing some lovely jewelry, super close up as well. As I mentioned, 30% off of Missoma, site-wide. This does not happen. It's a once a year occurrence. So if there is anything on your list or you like the pieces that I have shown you today, then definitely check out the website and check out, you know what to do. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon for a brand new video. Bye.